Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back up here and looking at the charts. Yep, looking at the charts. It's all about it. But welcome back. Things you're gonna be getting, as I said yesterday, if you watched the yesterday report, um, the moon. Moon is a personal thing. For Hi, Caroline. Thank you for coming in. Talking about that, this moon represents so many things. Your intuition, first of all, within you depends of who you are for it, but also represents the energy, the vibrations in your way of processing the informations in there. She's going to meet with Venus today, and there's going to be this intense time to the afternoon when this energy is going to comes in for it. And after that, that energy, the moon is going to be united with, but later on, is going to go with Mars. Then she's going to be moving. She's going to meet Pluto for it. And after that, she's going to be doing her work with Mercury, basically getting this new consciousness. It's going to be loaded within. And after that, we are going to have a new moon. That moon is going to be intense for it because the moon and the sun, they're not going to have any other aspect in there except this square with Uranus. And usually that is one of the two intuitions fighting the universe. It is a collective energy, guys. This is about changing the subconscious, evolve, seeing that the old way are dead. You can't do it. Whatever you're trying to do the old ways, it's closed doors. It's the universe not allowing. And some of you may be going to have a hard time, but carefully right now within the next few days, because don't take the things personally. Okay, if you have inner fights within yourself, you got that inner fights with your feminine or masculine energies in there. Do not. I'm repeating. Do not turn it towards other people. That energy is going to begin to be felt ineffective in there early in the morning, maybe overnight energies that you maybe see some energies or so on, or something you program. This is about you to understand the old way is not going to work. That's it, period. It is. And this is like if you are out in the working environment, specifically, I'm going to be talking about for it. Uh, if you keep doing the same thing over and over, and then you blaming employees and they fire employees and hire new employees, that is an insanity. You're not seeing the things. Those things gonna comes out on the surface. Maybe people involved in there, or procedures at work, or situations the way we work. Proceeding cannot. It's just basically suppressing the evolution, and the evolution it's coming is like no more. You're not going to do these things the old way. We need to sit down. We need to figure out the new ways, the way we are going to go. We got to be more innovative. That's what Pluto's going to do. And of course, people's not going to like Pluto because this is a forced transformation. But we either transform to the good or we are transformed to the bad. We are going to be transformed one way or another. Accept this, get this through your 6 inches, talking about this up here, and look at it inside of you. What is this that you are suppressing for? So, to go back into the charts in there, I'm going to be telling you what is going to be this. First of all, it's going to be talking about this little bit intense energy that is going to be coming in, talking about at 10 o'clock in the morning for it. That is going to be the moment that the midheaven, the moon, and Venus are together. That energy is there is going to be squaring the North Node in Chiron. Basically, what you have not healed, whatever you have not done as a feminine energies, that's usually say could be leading a lot of to generational karma of grandma, mother, daughter, all that thing. It's gonna comes out on the surface, but it's in a good way because that way everyone's gonna understand what they need to do. So the evolution is gonna take a steps in there. Why? Because that energy is very good with Uranus and is very good with Jupiter. It's a perfect time exactly for these things to be healed. But whatever is coming in there in the surface from the past, in there, because the way it's squaring the north node, it's the same way it's squaring the south node. What you did in this, what is what's happened in the past, not to be repeating into the future. And of course, there's going to be a conflict. There's going to be a challenges, but those are your internal challenges. It's not like if you have issues with your mother, with your grandmother, or so on and so on, you have to bring up the issues to them. No, you have to learn to disconnect from that energy. And it's like, you know what? They did what they could. I understand this. I'm here to break that cycle. And that is what they want from you. Breaking up that cycle for it. So, talking about from 7 o'clock in the morning, the sun is going to be rising up. Overall, it's going to be a very good energy there. Of course, you know, this authority towards Uranus has been boiling it up, boiling it up. And when the moon arrives there, it's going to be boiling up even more. It's going to be like it's in apogee. It's like a geyser, you know. It's just all of a sudden, all this. Because in the geyser, it's the air pressure that's pushing that water, which is Aquarius. You can't press the air. Or sooner or later, the air under pressure can take so much that it just shatters everything. And there, or taking so much air out, it's gonna imploding in there. So by looking at this energy, you're gonna be feeling like, okay, what I need to do, what is has to be written in there. But the authority looking for one thing only, looking for the destiny, looking for the north node, the things to be there, okay, for the north node. Everything else can basically, but looking at for that. And this is what that changes that it's coming are needed for. All right, so talking about 8 o'clock is gonna be with Saturn. Saturn is the teacher, is teaching you in the mysteries to find the mysterious way, to look at it beyond, okay, to look at it from above, to look at it and outside. If you look at yourself and outside, what are you gonna think about yourself? Nobody can teach you to learn, but if you decide to be self-coachable, self-training, self-starter, guess what? You're gonna be the one person who actually learn all those processes from within your cells. So talking about at 9 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be with Aries. You're going to be looking for that new things. Midheaven walks into Capricorn. That is going to be 9 o'clock. Usually 9 o'clock, people are in the war room and they're deciding and they're looking at what's going on. What's this all about? And reports from yesterday and going on and so on. But also at 9 o'clock, when you're at work, you begin to doing what? Revaluations from the past. What happened within you? The past day, what happened at home, what happened within this, what is going to happen into the future, and so on. What are you doing it right now? You're at work. Focus there on what you're doing at the moment in there, not to worry about. And this is why that energy of the midheaven during this time is going to be squaring Neptune. It's like you're not seeing it what you're doing, and then you can mess things up. For okay, but if you are focused within what the limits, what the situations, and a focus within the growth, then you're going to be maturing and growing from that standpoint. All right, so talked about this 10 o'clock again. The midheaven is together with the moon and Venus. Guys, the ascendant is going to be rising within Taurus of that positions there. And as I said, you know, look at it, these situations. It's not your mother's fault that your grandmother didn't learn things from before. Okay, And don't find excuses about these things. It's just the feminine energy. If you are masculine energy, don't blame the feminine energies the way they are, the way it is, for and so forth, because probably your grandma didn't teach your mom how to you to become, this energies that you needed right now, and so on. This is a personal planet. Don't take things personally at all. Okay, but look at your personality, where you stand, and if whatever you missed from your mother, whatever you're missing at this love, giving it to you. Okay, if you, for example, you missed the love from as a child, okay, and you still have this love in there, well, go probably if you have for relatives or friends or so on, or the best way to do it, guys, is go to one of those. Let me put it. What was the words in there? Uh, this adoption homes that there is a kids for adoption. Go, and the love that you needed from your father or from your mother, give it there because that they need that. Okay, just go there, do something about this, because that way, if you're accepting that kid as your inner child, you're gonna be able to fulfill that love in there. You're gonna feel how to do it, but at the same time, you're gonna feel the way you healed that energies within yourself. By giving it, you have developed it at the same time within yourself. It's a very beautiful way to heal this. All right. So, talking about 11 o'clock, midheaven is going to be with Pluto, of course. Everything is focused on Pluto, but Pluto, it is squaring Jupiter. You're not transforming right, the world is not right, the society is not right. And if they focus on you to accepting things, there is a lot of uprisings that are coming in right now for it. And those uprisings is about that things are not good on earth. We're forced to accept things that are not normal, they're not right, they're out of ordinary. Why? Why we should not. But that is a realization, guys, of doing the things that needs to be done properly. You to reinnovate at that. But your renovations begin first with in you, by using your spirit to empower your soul to override your mind, and you now operating of total divine positions inside of yourself. All right, talking about noon. Noon is the time you're working within the authority. That is the time that you probably go out there and you focus on what you should authorizing in your life. Okay. And as I said, that energy is about currently with Uranus, but Uranus is very good with the moon and Venus. Okay. But if you don't authorize what the universe has been coming and giving in there, there's going to be some consequences inside of you because you can't do it. Because Uranus is the sudden changes. The way you are like, oh, I'm okay, I'm uncomfortable, I like the way it is, I like the way the situation, so on and so on. All of a sudden, Uranus says, like, oh, you're not learning anything, oh, you're not evolving. Really, let me take away from you everything that is not going to be needed for you. And you're like, oh my God, God takes everything from me. Oh, yeah, He does. Why? For one reasons. You need to evolve in there, and then God's gonna give you back again because He did your inner work. Okay, if you've been reading some of the Bible stories, this rejuvenations and this for it. If you are in doubt, you can go ahead and look at the story of Job. Okay, Job is in there. All right, talking about 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, what's going on? Midheaven is quiet. Wow, yeah, no aspects. What it is? Well, the shift of consciousness of after these innovations in there, you're wondering where is the mysteries and how did the mysterious you find a way of solving things that you never solved before. Who helped you? What was that power that helped you in there? What was that behind the stories? You look at it inside of you and you're wondering, you scratch your head, is like, what happened? You become friendly with all that energy of evolutions. You begin to be part of that togetherness, work with it. And the ascendant is show you these divine energies from Gemini towards Pluto and Mars. The active energy of the subconscious that it comes in, that gives you an idea and an exit. How you to stop these old ways, how you to go ahead and bring the new way, how you come up with ideas. Okay, a lot of the companies out there paying the money of like, hey, give us idea of what we need to improve, right? It's a free advice. Okay, but the biggest questions about work, because the moon is at Capricorn together with Venus and Mars, it is about think, what can the bosses do to improve the people's job to be better performance? Most bosses don't like that. That's their wrong thinking. Anyway, people's gonna find out. All right, talking about 2 o'clock. Midheaven is at 17 degrees of Pisces, close to Neptune. It's gonna be very powerful energies there with the moon and Venus and Uranus at the same time. The ascendant is at Cancer, that it's opposing Venus and Moon. Why? That energy of so much work, 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 it's not healthy for the family. You gotta have a balance there. Who's gonna bring the balance? Who's gonna teach you on the balance? That will be a Saturn. That will be a Jupiter. Okay, they're gonna be showing you the ways that it needs to be for it. You can't just go back home and it's like, you know what? I have some more work to do. I have more emails to do. And then, okay, one day is good. One is enough. Maybe sometimes things happen. But you're doing it this every day. Guess what? It's not great for the family. It's not great for this, so on. Or when you make excuses, you know, if you're a female, go back home and too late after work and so on, so on. And some of you is going to be those jobs as a public servant. You're never home in there. So you have to realize these balances between the work and what do you need to do as a family. Personality is going to be changed, triggered all over the place, guys. All right. So, talking about later on at 3 o'clock, midheaven, it's going to be beginning at Aries. That energy is more powerful, but that energy that I was talking to you from Cancer, it is going to be showing up. It's like, hey, here's the conflict, it's coming. Okay, my job suppressing what it needs to be about the family. This job suppressing these situations. This what you're doing is preventing me to grow. This job is preventing me to grow. I'm not learning anything. I want to go and grow, and I cannot grow in there. What the heck? What is more important? There's gonna be this balance that comes in, and it says like you need to learn something above. You have to rise above this to see what you can do. Okay? If the people don't value work, for example, or there is no value of what you're doing it right now, then you gotta have the other values inside of it. But at the same time, that energy is gonna be, because that it's that Cancer is gonna be squaring the North Node and the South Node at the same time, and this is gonna trigger like moments that you had before. What is more important to you? Work, family, your destiny, your growth, the universe, and everything is in a one big giant soup. For it. Today, I saw a very nice quote. It's like the universe and a cup of cappuccino inside of it. If somebody's putting the milk, is like, yeah, let's see what the Milky Way has for us. And I was just laughing at it. Okay, because that's how it goes. We getting the energies from the Milky Way, but it is what it is. All right, talking about this hour, I was talking about this afternoon, 4 p.m. energy. There, that is going to be with the midheaven and Chiron squaring Mars, Moon, Venus. There, the ascendant is at Leo. That it's opposing pretty much all this. So between 3 and 4 o'clock in there, that energy is that precious in there. It is about personality. What is about me? I need this attention. I need that stuff that has to be for me. I need to be feel important. And Neptune says, like, yeah, you need to feel important. Okay? It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. Lessons has to be learned. All right. Some people don't want the lessons, but guess what? That's what happens. Midheaven is going to be with Jupiter, and that Jupiter right now it is squaring Mars, Mercury, Pluto. And there is the same time it's square towards the ascendant in Leo, and Uranus is square the ascendant in Leo, and the ascendant is opposing the moon, the sun. I'm sorry, and all this authority is there. It's like, no, no, I'm important. No, that's what has to happen. No. And the other authority inside of you, in your soul, it's screaming at you. It's like, don't act like that. That's the old way. You have something new to find, something new to fulfill. And that's going to be the kick from the North Node and Chiron that comes in from the ascendant towards the sun. This is going to be your green light of exit of this intense energies of the old. Is like, I'm not acting that old way. That stays in the past. Okay? You do that, you're going to find the beautiful energies and peace at 5 o'clock. Midheaven is with Uranus. There's these blue dark lines in there together towards Mars, towards Venus, towards the moon. Neptune's giving you the proper energies, and at the same time, the ascendant still is in Leo. It has these divine energies that are coming from Mars and Neptune. You get the directions going, you got the flow going. Why? You didn't act the old way. Why? Because you evolve. Why? Because that's the road. You're stepping up into the road. You're not feeling bad about what you needed to get it done. All right, so talking about 7 o'clock in the afternoon, midheaven, it's at 5 degrees. That's going to be a trines through all these energies. You're beginning to have a friendly, the ascendant is with Lilith at still at Virgo there, but that is right now, it's that overcoming the shadow within you led you to the growth, led you to that road. And you learned that Pluto, Mars, Venus, and Moon, they can all get together within you. Transformations, masculine courage, this beautiful dignity of love in there, and the intuition that comes in of your new understanding what the material world has to offer for you in the base of transformations. So talk about 8 o'clock. That energy of midheaven is going to be getting this divine aspects right now. The ascendant is bringing with this earth energies again, which we weren't feeling it before. Those beautiful, beautiful energies. But who is within those energies? There is a Uranus, and we have all this. Uh, Mars, Moon, and Venus coming together. Positions, it's like we all can be a friend. This is the union of the intuitions when they unite the masculine and the feminine energies. We've been talking about this union, but that union is gonna give up fruits, okay, on in about few days. All right, so talking about at 9 o'clock, midheaven, it's in Cancer, divine energies with Mercury, divine messages, guys, are coming. Ascendant is at Libra, powerful energies, both from Venus and both from Libra towards this Capricorn energies. This is what I'm talking about, those specific trines in there that coming in from between the cardinal changes. When the planets of one cardinal signs, they're at the end of that cardinal signs, and we have something within the beginning of another cardinal signs. There is these beautiful trines. This is the things when they evolve for cardinal changes to take place. And this is that personality energies right now. It's gonna come in and help you from within, but you're gonna be what? You're gonna be tested because in the next hour, that intense energies that we have earlier when the ascendant was at Cancer, now it's opposing context. You're opposing this beautiful. It's kind of, oh, this is impossible. Those energies are impossible. The things it is impossible. For who is impossible? For one who cannot do it. Hope that's not you. Hopefully you did the right things inside of yourself. And usually people who don't do it, they advise other people not to do it. Hopefully, you have a lot of things in areas because on Aquarius, because you go ahead and tell some of Aquarius all these things cannot be done. Oh boy, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. Let me tell you that. And talking about 11 o'clock, that energy is going to be intense. So please don't take these things personally and don't point fingers now towards every other people because that energy of midheaven at 1 degree of Leo opposing all these energies, beautifications in there. And now we have the ascendant that is at the end of Libra that is destroying the balance in there. And you don't want to destroy balance within there. Those are going to be these cardinal squares, okay? And usually that's what is the old pattern is when the people thinking about themselves and they make cardinal changes that I have to be with me, I have to be satisfied, and I don't care if I'm hurting people. I gotta be this. That's the queen king type that doesn't work, doesn't care about its people, about its warriors, as long he can win for it. But it doesn't care how much destruction will be, as long he is satisfied. And this is gonna be also a backfire energy towards this kind of people, because they're gonna try to do something, but guess what? The support that it is from Uranus towards all those planets. I mean, we're talking about midheaven, it's direct uh, opposing all this Venus, Moon, Mars, Pluto, and Mercury in there. And we have this ascendant that it squares all those energies at the same time. Uranus that is in Taurus is like, oh, I'm saying what's happening in the earth. I'm supporting the positiveness. I'm supporting the greatness. And I'm gonna do these things anymore. It's done. It's enough. Don't you have enough? And then the things are gonna be beginning to take its place of transformations. Hopefully that transformations was happening within you. All right, guys. So now if you have some questions, guys, you may ask. If not, we're going to go ahead and close these sessions and come back tomorrow for another Astro Gravitational Report and Wisdom here, guys. Thank you so much for your support. All right. Hey, Andrea, thank you for coming in. There you are. All right, guys. Be love, and I'm wishing you good luck on your transformations. And again, remember things that goes on inside of you. Okay, it's deep transformations. Don't blame anybody else, and don't point fingers, but just keep going for it. That's all. To keep going forward. Be love, guys.